Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, I just wanna make a short video real quick. Listen, this is for the men. Being a man is understanding your value, right? Setting boundaries. When you set boundaries, right, people will respect you. They don't necessarily have to like you, but they will respect you. And if you let anyone get you out your character, out your spirit, you know what I'm saying? You have already given a victory over to the enemy. You know, it's always good to move in silence, because when you do so, people can't tell how you moving. We as people call it the element of surprise, right? But the more they know about you, the more they can predict what's going to happen. The less they know about you, they don't know what will happen. And that's the beauty of surprises. You understand? It can catch people off guard. People get shock value from it. You know what I'm saying? So, especially when you're dealing with women, right? Especially with women, you have to set boundaries. You don't have to scream and yell at the top of your lungs. You can raise your voice to let her know where you stand as a man. Don't argue. You understand? There's ways to control a situation. If she's screaming, yelling, fussing and cussing or whatever, tell her, listen, when you calm down, we can talk rationally. I'm gonna go ahead and go, or whatever. Or I'll go over here and chill, relax, whatever. She will respect that, because you're setting boundaries without fussing and screaming like her. You a man. Don't scream and yell and raise your voice and all that. You can still say what you gotta say. Be stoic. Keep that emotion intact. Of course, it's going to be an emotional situation, because women thrive off that. But when you out in the world, when you're dealing with all kinds of people have different personalities. People have different ways of teaching. People don't have the same morals and the same values as you. They don't see things the way you see things. So you have to keep this in mind. But with common sense, everyone should have that. But guess what? Everyone don't have that. So you got to know how to move and shake with people out here. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're playing basketball. I don't care if you're in a relationship. I don't care whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. And I'm sorry, guys. I was beeping the horn. I was trying to get out the way. Try to warn this person, get out the way. But yeah, so just keep this in mind. A woman like when a man set boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Because she know that she can't control them. A woman don't want to be in control. They want you to control them, or control the situation and put them in their place. If a woman got to make a decision and she don't trust you as a man. You know what I'm saying? She don't trust you as a man. And she will forever lose respect for you. So just keep these things in mind, man. Okay? Keep these things in mind, man, because it will help you day to day how to treat people and how to be around people, and for how people should treat you. You understand what I'm saying? Be yourself. Always be yourself. Don't be nothing else or trying to be something that you're not. Because people can tell if it's authentic or if it's fake, man. You know, be yourself, man. Don't worry about what people think, man. People. Shit, man. Sorry, guys. So, people will think, and have judgment already toward you. You know what I'm saying? So, keep this in mind. As a man, always stand your ground. Don't never let nobody take you out your spot. Whether win, lose, or draw. This is where you have to be a man. You understand? And it's okay to take some L's. It's okay. Because it's going to show you where you stand as a man. You understand? Everyone is not going to be victorious. You know, everybody's not going to lose. Everybody's not going to have a draw. So sometimes you gotta know how to deal with situations. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, guys. You know, let me move up here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Oh boy. So when you got people that's trying to do these things, or try to get you out your character, and you know, that's just some wicked shit to do to a person. You know, people thrive off of negativity. You know what I'm saying? So when a person can't control you with negativity, the only thing they can do is shit on your name, or, you know, some people love to engage in physical activity, man. People love to fight, argue. People like to do all these things, man. But you gotta know, you know, okay, you like, nah, man, I'm way past that. I'm mature. And there's some people out here that don't engage in those type of things, man. So how you gonna make someone do something that they don't want to do if they got no choice? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, as a man, especially when you're dealing with women, do not get upset. You know what I'm saying? We all have I have gotten upset. You know, I'm quite sure guys got upset. But the part of growing and maturing is not to engage in it. You know, don't lose your self-worth, man. Don't lose yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay grounded, man. You can know how as a man, you know how you can still get off what you want to say, but you got to know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta physically put your hands on a girl. And sometimes it gets crazy where women do things or provoke men, and men don't have enough of control. The first thing they doing is going up aside that girl head, man. You know what I'm saying? But don't do that. You know, just ask God to ask Yahweh to guide you, man. You know what I'm saying? Pray on it. You know, sometimes it's not worth fighting and arguing with people, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what wisdom come in at. Wisdom come in, and wisdom give you that understanding of knowing how to treat situations, man. You know, sometimes everything's not about, oh, I'm getting the last word. I'm gonna talk the hardest talk. That doesn't make you a true man. What makes you a true man is that you respecting other people. You understand? You respect yourself. You understand? And you know how to deal with situations accordingly. That's what a man does, man. You know, of course he provide and protect. You know, he do those things, yes. And having the spiritual values that's given from Yahweh, man, given from God, man. So you got to know how to conduct yourself in a rightful manner, man. Sometimes, and when you go into a situation or a place, you got to evaluate situation. Don't go into a place blind. You know, you don't know what's there. You don't know what it entails. When you go in other people's homes, or you go to other people's events, you know, you got to be mindful of what's going on. When you at work, you got to be mindful and pay attention, because things can happen. You know, so as a man, please, you know, as a man, you have to set boundaries in this world so that people will understand where you stand. If you don't set boundaries, people are bound to disrespect you. They will disrespect you. They will belittle you. They will put you down. They will yell at you. They will scream at you. If from the beginning, from the get, if you are a man of value and a man of worth, you're not going to tolerate no BS. And you don't have to scream and yell. You just dismiss yourself from it. You don't have to argue with something to prove that you're a man of value. True men of value don't waste their time. Their time is valuable. They shift from that. Their energy shifts from that. People will feel you when you walk in the room. People will say, oh man, they don't know a difference when you're in the room. It doesn't mean you got to be the tallest or the biggest. It's how you conduct yourself in a room full of people. The same way how you are with one person alone, when you're amongst other people, you're the same way. But you got certain people that they act this way with you, but when they're around other people, they're a whole totally different being. And that's why I call people fake. You know, so I had my cousins and them used to do that shit growing up. They'll act a certain way with you, and then when they're around a certain group of people, they were trying to shit on you. To me, I always knew that shit was corny, that shit was fake, that shit was not honorable, and that shit was not respected by me. That's why I always, when I was younger, I always used to check dudes from that. I said, yo, son, that's not real, man. You know what I'm saying? What you doing some corny shit. You know, whether it was my teammates I played ball with, or just dudes that I knew growing up in the street, or from the projects. But I never went out and disrespected my peers growing up. Anybody can tell you, and when they see me, it was always some kind of love, whatever. But some people just have a direct hatred because I don't entertain or they feel like I'm better than them. No, it's not that I'm better than them. I choose to be better in life, so that kind of makes me do better than, makes me kind of look at myself that I am better than you. You know what I'm saying? Not because I get gratification to see you fall or see you fail or see you stay there. It's your choices that you made and what I made. There's other people doing much better than me. Okay? All right? So that doesn't make me less or more than a person. It's what you do with the information and knowledge that you gain on the earth, and how you're going to use it and utilize it to help others in the process. That's where you have to set boundaries. People can use you. There's nothing wrong being used. You don't want to be abused as what you're being used for. Okay? Because we all use somebody. All right? You know, so we have to understand that. But listen, as a man, set boundaries. Don't let no one deter you from doing something positive. You know, stay positive. Trust in Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, which is our Lord and Savior, which is the world calling him Jesus the Christ, which his name is not Jesus. All right, but you know, for the viewers' sake, I just said it in Hebrew, so I'm going to say it in English. But at the end of the day, you understand, as a man, set boundaries, because people will respect you, whether they don't like you or not. They're gonna respect you, especially women. So if you're dealing with a woman, you got a wife too, or whatever. Set boundaries. Don't let your woman trigger you. Something, you know, and at times I get triggered by that shit, you know. But sometimes you gotta just really think, nah, man, don't engage in that. You know what I'm saying? Because when a person really know you, they know how to push your buttons. You know what I'm saying? But you got to control that. Once you control that, man, you say, damn, man, this motherfucker ain't getting mad no more. What's up? What's going on? You know, it's called maturity. It's called growing in the spirit, man. You know, so we all, hopefully we all will get there one day. You know what I'm saying? But for those who's not there, keep working on it, man, because it's about growing, man. It's not about some self-destruction, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to cause that type of pain and issues on yourself. But anyway, with that being said, I hope this video was edifying to y'all, and I hope it will help someone who's dealing with that, man. You know, don't never let anyone disrespect you. Even women, ladies, respect yourself. Don't let no one, disrespect you as a woman. Stay in your rightful place. You know, keep your mouth quiet, keep your mouth shut. And you can speak how you feel, but do it in order and decency. Because when you don't do it in order and decency, you got men out here that's not gonna respect you yelling and screaming. Men ain't gonna respect that. Men out here will knock your block off. You know, we don't want to see you get your block knocked off. So if you don't want that, Be careful how you talk to men, because not every man that you talk to deal with the same as your man that you're dealing with or living with. So be mindful of that. You know what I'm saying? If you want respect, respect people. So that being said, shalom.